word float originates partly from the Proto-Indo-European root plu, meaning to flow. The Sanskrit verbal root is also associated with acts of washing or bathing, causing to float or sail away, leaping or rising up, soaring or flying, drifting about, falling into disorder or confusion, and bringing about ruin or calamity. Traditionally, float means to drift about, hover passively. The transitive sense of the word, to lift up or cause to float, comes from circa 1600. By the 1630s, float began to indicate movement through air. When an object floats in water, it is demonstrating properties of buoyancy. Archimedes' principle establishes that any object wholly or partially immersed in a fluid experiences a buoyant force equal to the weight of the fluid displaced. Therefore, an object's tendency to float in water can be rationalized as the buoyant force acting on the object being greater than the object's net force, causing the object to rise or sink until a state of equilibrium is reached. This principle is applicable to objects submerged in air as well. At sea level, air is 784 times less dense than water. Expressed in another way, a volume of air at sea level is 0.1275% as dense as the same volume of water. In the same sense that fish are designed to navigate subaqueous terrain, birds are designed to navigate air. Their hollow bones and streamlined frame reduce weight and drag, while their airfoil-shaped wings increase lift and generate thrust, ultimately compensating for the initial difference between buoyant force and body weight. In a dream, the act of floating through air is generally indicative of change in one's waking life. Change is intrinsic of time in relation to our somatic paradigm. The inevitability of death is comparable to an object's physical disposition towards equilibrium. Some people have described dreams in which they spontaneously started to float away from the ground, feeling anxious, scared that they would not be able to return. Uncontrolled floating in dreams can indicate a sense of aimlessness, feeling as if one is just going with the flow, having yet to establish meaningful goals in their life. This feeling of passivity reflects the way in which we reconcile the abstraction of our own lives with our physical impermanence.